Go ahead and show that. It says 10-year-old toy gun arrested, fingerprinted. Here you go. That's 11 News. Where is this out of? It's out of Georgia. The latest case of a zero tolerance at the public schools as a 10-year-old student, seriously in trouble. I can't read it from across the room. He had a cap gun, a toy cowboy 6-shooter. I mean, this is unbelievable.
You would think that the police would have a little more discernment of gunning.
No, it's zero. No, it's not about discernment. They know it's ridiculous. It's zero tolerance. They arrest people for bringing plastic knives to school to cut up their lunch.
I'm talking about a kid on a bike.
Doesn't matter. He could have been Al Qaeda. It saved a lot of lives. In fact, finish up the Fox News clip. Al Qaeda member.
Year-old kid, 20th Street and Avenue Q, and according to sheriff's deputies, they ordered him to stop. Detectives say the teen got off of his bicycle and then pointed the gun at them, the toy gun at them. One of the deputies, fearing for his life, fired a single shot, hitting him in the upper part of his body. Neighbors then described what happened next.
We could see the blood coming from about this area on his back, and he was handcuffed like this, and he was rolling around.
He was rolling around in his own blood with handcuffs on, and the cops were just standing there, not even making sure that the kid was dead or alive.
That 15-year-old boy rushed to the hospital, Providence Holy Cross Medical Center in Mission Hills, again in stable condition, and doctors say he's expected to survive. And now the investigation underway to determine if these deputies' actions were warranted. They're also trying to interview that 15-year-old, trying to figure out why, in fact, did he point that toy gun at deputies.
I bet he did. And watch, they're going to say about tomorrow that the cameras were not on the cars. They weren't working, Jason.
One of the bigger stories while you were gone was this 17-year-old girl who calls 911 because her father just was in the hospital, had a brain aneurysm, and he starts having a seizure. The cop hangs up on her not once, not twice, 3 separate times while she's trying to get an ambulance for 911. She then runs to the police station where he is the only officer there, and he immediately arrests her. I mean, you cannot make this stuff up, Jones.
No, because, listen, we have a criminal government, and they've told the cops, treat the nation like scum. I drove down to the beach, and 2 separate times I'd be on I-35 with no cars around me going 72 miles an hour. Well, no, because the speed limit's 70, so I don't, I 70
miles over. You?
Well, no. They didn't pull me over. Well, obviously, it's Al Qaeda, Burma, so that's not a joke. Anyways, cops. I guess one of them's called Shirts. It was a blue unmarked, and then state police. Imagine you're on a 2-lane or 3-lane, depending on which area. You're in the slow lane, and the cop, just for pleasure with their lights, comes flying right up on your hind end, almost hits you, and then this happened twice, and then pulls around, and then keeps driving on. And it's like they just are driving. They're like, oh, I see a scum. I think they're giving orders. I'm going to show a scum that he's a scum. I'm going to show this guy he's a slave. That's what taking your shoes off are about. Answering questions. When you go to the beach now, they have literally dozens of cameras. They ask you questions when you're going out on the beach. Yeah. Look like big old license plate scanners.
They indoctrinate your children in these DARE camps. Summer camps are coming this year, and the police are going to be using the DARE program to teach your kids how to say no to drugs and violence.
But also how to take, they're brainwashing them that inoculations are good, tattle on your parents, terrorists are everywhere. I mean, this country's gone to hell, and I just want to tell everybody who's in denying this, the bankers are going to take everything you got. I mean, they're not done raping you yet.
They just took that woman's house this morning.
Yeah, but I mean, listen, all of you that think this is cutesy-tootsy and you're into bootlicking the government and all of that, good. I know it's criminal, and I know how this ends. So go ahead and suck boots all day. Burma's good talking to you.
Thank you, sir.
You're definitely with Al-Qaeda. Okay, going back to Tim in Ohio. No, it was Dave in California. Okay, Dave, finish up in the next minute and a half.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I think they've that bill we're talking about, H.R. 2159, keeping away from, and they're saying it's based on the Homeland Security who puts on the terror watch list.
No, listen, that's what the White House Chief of Staff said. We're going to put you on a list if you're a conservative and you're not going to own guns. And if you don't like it, we'll have paramilitary police kill you and your whole family. Go ahead, slave.
I think that really shows how anybody that didn't think they were on the same team ought to look at that, with Rahm Emanuel saying that a while ago. And then he's a Democrat, and then you got Republican Peter King comes out with that bill that's exactly what Rahm Emanuel said they were going to do. You know, but anyway, how do they get away with this terrorist watch list thing? I mean, that's what I was going to ask them about. Well, like, who are American citizens on the terror watch list? Well, and then she said, well, yeah, but don't worry. She said, this bill is not for law-abiding citizens, and even if you do get on there, there's a way for you to challenge this and all. I said, well, so you're innocent until proven guilty? Then, like, what is this? Who are all these terrorists running around that are suspected?
Well, look, this is irony, because the right wing went along with the police state and the torture of children, thinking that it was, for foreigners, and now it's all going to be used against them. And the left's going to go along with this, thinking they're getting right wingers, and that's going to happen to them. It's for everybody. No, I hear you. It's guilty until proven innocent. You're not going to have a job. You're not going to own a gun unless you've paid all your taxes and done everything they said, no due process. If you don't like it, SWAT team drops by.